Thank you, listeners. We're back with you on the hotline. Time now for Inside Banking with NCB. Happy to be joined by Dane Nicholson, who is Manager, Special Investigations at NCBFG. Hi, welcome to the hotline.
Morning, Emily. Morning to your listeners. Thanks for having me.
Great having you. Go ahead and tell me where you want to take us this morning.
So, as we approach the celebratory period, the independence, we want to provide some best practices for our customers and also to remind them of some current trends that we want to keep top of mind so that we can keep them safe throughout this period and as we approach the back to school period where we'll have a significant increase in commerce. So I want to begin, Emily, with reminding our customers that social engineering is still one of the primary ways with which fraudsters seeks to deceive our customers into divulging sensitive information. One of the two primary ways with which they seek to go about that is phishing and smishing. So we see in a resurgence, just the other day we had some significant public education campaign which surround smishing, and we thought that everyone would have been fully off it and would not have any other customers falling victim to it. But we see in a resurgence where fraudsters continue to send customers SMS messages purported to be coming from NCB asking customers to click on link and take certain actions. We just want to remind the customers that we at NCB have a no click, no link policy. So when anyone send you any emails, WhatsApp or SMS message purporting to be coming from us, do not reply to them. Or if you have clicked on those messages and submit your information, please reach out to our customer care center so that we can take the necessary actions to protect you.
Mm-hmm.
And we have also seen where a Vishing attack where fraudsters continue to call customers purporting to be employees of NCB, asking for token codes in order to take certain actions. We want to remind our customers that we do not need the token code to stop any fraudulent activities. So when anyone called you purporting to be calling from NCB, do not provide the token codes to them.
Yeah, you never ever give out the token to anybody. You only put it in on the device, yeah?
Yes. Or if we have a resync process where if customers' token is out of sync, they might call in to us. So we don't call them. So the customer would have to call us to advise us that they are having issue with their token. So do not accept any call from anyone, even if you see the 929 number, which purport to be NCB number, because they're spoofing now on the horizon in Jamaica, where fraudsters are spoofing numbers which appear to be coming from institutions. When they are not, they are criminals calling persons seeking to execute social engineering, phishing attack, to deceive them into divulging certain sensitive information. So we don't want customers to provide any information to anyone unauthorized.
But you're calling these things social engineering, make it sound like it's something decent and something you must aspire to, as opposed to thief. It is straight thieving, no?
Well,
you're not right. I thought it was something good you were talking about until you mentioned phishing and smishing and phishing. I have to change that. Anyway, I get the point. So you mentioned phishing, which is Phishing. You mentioned smishing.
And Smishing, yes.
Right. And then Vishing. I just want to make sure that our listeners are clear and that I'm clear too on what each is. Tell me what Phishing is again, phishing.
So phishing is the most popular form of social engineering attack, and this normally takes the email campaign format, and it where fraudsters would send email messages to persons purported to be coming from reputable institution, in this case coming from NCB, asking persons, most times it contains a link, ask them to click on the link to populate certain information and to take certain urgent action. There's always some sense of
email,
urgent.
so it's used
so it's
information by email.
And now smishing now is the SMS or text message version of phishing. This one now takes place over the phone, where they either send you a SMS or a WhatsApp message. Same modus operandi. They'll send you, tell you to take certain urgent action by clicking on the link, and it will take you to a site which looks like us, in this instance, NCB. And then the Vishing one now is voice phishing. All they do is just call you over the phone, pretend to be an employee at the bank, and ask you to divulge certain sensitive information, such as token code, password, and other information that might be needed to execute whichever criminal activities they are up to.
Okay. And each of these, you say, is relatively big in Jamaica at the moment?
Yes, man. It's one of the most popular form of fraudulent activity that affecting financial institutions now in Jamaica. Phishing, smishing, and vishing attack. And then coupled with that is malware, and that is a malicious device that is planted on person computer or electronic device, and it captures certain sensitive information. So when customers type their username, their password, it captures the information and sends it to the fraudsters.
Right. So how can we then know or identify if there's a phishing email or smishing message or even a vishing phone call? How?
So the first thing, Emily, for NCB customers, we have make it so easy to identify phishing and smishing by implementing a no-click, no-link policy. So once they receive an email or an SMS message purporting to be coming from us, and it contains a link asking you to click on it, automatically that should raise some red flag and start to trigger certain things to say that this must be a phishing message or email. Then there are some other telltale signs, like from time to time there would be bad grammar, unfamiliar solitary greeting, inconsistency in emails, address, suspicious attachment also might be in it. And there's also the threat or sense of urgency to act now. That is one of the clear tales sign that this is a phishing or a smishing attack. There's always some sense of urgency for the customers to do something now, because your password is about to expire, your account is locked due to suspicious activity, or there's some fraud taking place and you need to click on the link and enter your username and password. So do not click on any links. We have a no click, no link policy. And then if anyone call you now purporting to be NCB and tell you that they need a token code in order to stop any fraud, or you need to provide a username or password, that's a vishing attack.
Right. But if we were to forward to you that phishing email, for example, would you have capacity on the inside to do some investigations to perhaps find out where it's coming from and get whoever it is to take the appropriate action?
Definitely. So we have partnered with our strategic external partners to shut these smishing and vishing sites down and continue to collaborate with law enforcement to identify who the perpetrators are, so we can track them down and have them have their day in court to answer to whatever the issue at hand might be. So yes, we do partner with external partners to shut these sites down.
I'm just thinking as well, Mr. Nicholson, that all of us, we are just walking victims, because every single where you go, one of the first things people look for is an open Wi-Fi to get on, to do something, because everywhere now, people are forced to work, or those who are not working feel the need to be connected to some sort of social media platform. So is there any danger with the use of public Wi-Fi and all sorts of websites?
Definitely. So we do not encourage customers to do sensitive or banking information over public Wi-Fi, because it is not secure unless you can verify the source. So let's say, for example, you're inside NCB Banking Hall and we provide our customers with Wi-Fi, but it can't be that you're in the middle of halfway tree and there's 10, 20 different open source Wi-Fi and you just log on to one and just start to enter your banking information and conduct sensitive transaction, either opening your emails by entering your email address and password. That is susceptible to interception, and we do not encourage that type of practice. We also want to encourage customers to look for the S in the HTTPS when they are attempting to do e-commerce transaction, that is card not present transaction, to ensure that the site is secure. Or if they don't remember the S, just look for the little padlock at the top of the URL to ensure that the site is secure.
Oh, but so if we enter all of those details, the banking transactions on a public Wi-Fi or put in email, they can have access to those details?
Yes, those cyber criminals can intercept the information, and that is one of the easiest way with which the information is captured. And a lot of persons will not necessarily make the correlation between logging on to a public Wi-Fi in the middle of halfway through, conducting their banking activities, and then losses. The easiest thing for them to do is to blame the financial institution, to say that there's somebody inside the institution providing external parties with their information. But the source or the point of compromise was that public Wi-Fi that they would have logged on to wherever to conduct their financial transaction.
Oh, anything else you want to tell us now about how we can compromise our safety and not know it?
Sure. So I want to also advise our customers that we have recently changed, Emily, our credit card activation process to better protect them from SIM swapping and those kinds of activities. So what I want to advise our customers is that do not dispose of your credit cards that are expired, because you are going to need them when you receive your replacement card in order to activate the new card.
What? We're gonna need the old one to activate the new one?
Yes, because we have to balance customer experience and security, and because of the issues surrounding SIM swapping, email takeover, and those type of activities, we have implemented a new card activation process where customers need to use their old credit card in order to activate the new one.
It's important that we know that.
Yes, and then whilst you have activated the credit card, I want customers to keep the card safe. Utilize the tap and go feature of the card. I know some persons might have some concern to say that it is not secure. That is not necessarily so. Utilize the tap and go features, because one of the most common form of compromise that we are seeing now, Emily, is that when persons go to restaurants, gas station, and business places and hand over the credit card or the Visa debit card to the cashiers are writing down the information, writing down the full 16-digit card number, CVV, and expiry date. So please, for convenience and for security purposes, I want to encourage our customers to utilize the tap and go feature for more than one reason. It is safe and it is secure.
All right. I think that's all the time we have then for today. Dane, happy Independence to you and the entire team there at NCB. And thank you so much for coming to us every week with this feature. All right.
Yes, thanks, and same to you and your listeners. Happy Independence.
Thank you, Dane Nicholson, Manager of Special Investigations at NCBFG. That's Inside Banking with NCB.